All right, welcome back to another session with them Dennis boys, man. You got your boy B,
Debo.
EJ.
and we're gonna talk about this old depressing road loss that we took to them Bills, man. The boys gave us an old school beat down. I thought they had OJ Simpson back in that bit. But what y'all boys, how y'all feel about it, man? I'm a little salty about it, but still some light at the tunnel.
I got a long rant, so you can go ahead there.
Say the best for last.
I just felt that we pretty much got our asses handed to us. Um, based in every category you can name. We couldn't do nothing. We couldn't get off. It racked up everything we tried to do. We couldn't find a rhythm. I'm not even sure where to put the blame in terms of what did or didn't happen. I just know that they outplayed us and they pretty much kicked our ass.
Yeah, man. I was kind of baffled, man, how things were going, man. I didn't expect their defense to have that big of an impact on ours like that. Like we really looked kind of puzzled by what it was throwing at us. Dak didn't look sure, like he has been, in the previous multiple games. The run game was pretty solid. I think the fact that we got behind, kind of eliminated that. But for the most part, man, he ain't look good. Us can't stop him to run like that. Hankins was a big loss for us though. But I'm gonna let D-Boy go and jump into that rant.
All right, so with me, man, I like I said, I was baffled. I didn't expect us to play like that overall, even though we took a shot down the field starting out. I mean, it started out looking good, even though he didn't complete it. It was a great start for me in terms of throwing the ball deep.
Yeah.
Now, had we complete that pass, that'll change the whole game.
Yeah, it looked like they was trying to do the right things, man, but we just couldn't connect. Nothing could connect. Yeah,
right. So it's like, with that being said, like, man, it's like that was sign number one when he missed that pass. Like, okay, all right, we away, stuff like that happen.
True.
Okay, what we gonna do now?
Yeah,
defense come on the field. They started out slow. All right, what we gonna do? How the offense gonna bounce back?
Yeah, that first drive by them boys, they punched it straight up in the mouth all the way through there. How we did the week before. That's how they did.
Okay, so
man, Cook ran through us like Swiss cheese, man.
Look,
and he ain't no runner like that. He ain't like his brother.
And I'm a Georgia fan. He was sorry at Georgia. He was sorry. He went to the league based off his brother. I'm gonna be real with y'all. He went to the league based off his brother. He was sorry at Georgia, but proceed.
He made us look sorry this past week.
He made us look bad. He made us look real bad. The effort wasn't there. I was shocked. I wouldn't even say weather really played a big part. No. Because I mean it was dry for the most part until it started raining in the second half. But I mean, we was already out. We already down. Right. Yeah. So I'm like, we didn't help ourselves with that. It was just signs, man. Signs that we wasn't ready. Like we just felt like they was gonna lay down. So I don't really know what we was doing in the coaching room. I don't know what kind of film study we was doing or what, but it just didn't look good. It didn't look good at all.
But Debo, I mean, in looking at things right now, where you stand from a run defense standpoint, y'all think it's about time for us to put Mr. Parsons to being a linebacker and get him off that edge because he's not being effective. We need somebody to stop that run. I mean, you can put him there every now and then, but he needs to be a linebacker right now. Our linebackers aren't worth a damn right now. I mean,
you want to hear my true, honest opinion?
I knew you were gonna give it anyway. Go ahead.
The way he playing, I don't care where you put that man on the field. He ain't putting out the effort. I don't even know why they even put him in the conversation of defensive player of the year because he's not playing like one. He's not putting out the effort.
10 in sacks though,
Man, I don't care about none of that.
Got the numbers there.
See, that's what's wrong with sports now. It's so social media driven, but if you actually watch the player, are you playing? Are you giving me 110% every play? So I'm saying that he's not. And I pointed out to y'all several times. I said, look at him. He's not even going for the tackle. But he got a podcast where he over here talking about, people hating this, and that. No, they ain't hating. They telling the truth. Prove them
Yeah.
wrong. You ain't trying to prove them
He
wrong.
ain't flashing like he was, man. He kind of
not.
trending like he was last year. You're right, because last year he started out hiding, then as the season went on, got real quiet.
Exactly.
But playing devil's advocate, you guys. You know, I mean, let's look at it. Who is the one man on the field that every team focuses on? I mean, who's got the toughest job on that field? Which means
But you know what? Truthfully, I don't even think that's the deal no more. And I think that's why teams are having success. They know that he ain't putting out the effort on certain plays. So therefore they know they don't have to do certain things. If they run at him, they know he's not gonna put out the effort to try to stop them. So that's the issue. That's why we're struggling to stop the run. Tank is doing this thing. If you line him up in the middle, we're stopping the run. But if you go opposite side of Tank, which is Parsons, we ain't stopping the run, and they do that all game long, and that's the issue.
All right, so that's one man. What about these other weaknesses we got? And when I say weakness, I'm saying
I think the most glaring absent was, I guess, Hankins. Like, it looked totally different. Like, and I've been saying the last few years. I know that anchor in the middle makes or break everything. That really gives the front seven their power. If you got a guy in the middle that can hold up efficiently in the trenches like that, that allows your linebackers to roam and fill them gaps, like we've been always saying. Like, where the linebackers at?
I feel you there.
They're getting drowned.
Your linebackers got to flash, man. At some point, our linebackers don't flash against the run ever.
No, because they're not protected. Hankins was the protection.
You know what the job is? Our linebackers don't flash ever, man. They're just like, it's like we don't have linebackers.
My thing with the linebackers is, man, I feel like it's coaching. I'm gonna tell you why. It's not something we didn't already know. We already knew we was weak at the linebacker spot, and I feel like they're lining up the wrong people in the middle to stop the run. You putting Damone Clark.
It's a personnel talent issue,
right? Okay. But you putting Damone Clark in the middle. He's not helping us. So I'm saying he's not helping us there. But when we had Marquise Bell, even Evans was some kind of help. You know what I mean? Like, but Damone,
that's our best bet. I don't know why just throw him in there. He's a veteran. He got the experience, so I'll just roll with him.
Right, but you know what? I think the issue is Damone Clark is scared of that neck injury, so he's not gonna stick his neck in there. So I'm saying, so they either need to move him around, or
the same thing with Van Der Esch. Yeah, get him off the field, bro, so he's ready to produce.
Make him a backup.
Man said Van Der Esch. He was watching too many Van Der Esch highlights.
Absolutely,
he been sitting down long enough. Yeah, he probably rubbed off on him.
Man, that man ain't trying to hurt his neck. Let me follow him.
Truth be told, that's what it looked like. It looked like he's not trying to hurt that neck, because in certain situations we seen that man put on your back. Man, what linebacker getting put on their back?
Nah.
Oh boy, that was so ugly.
That was bad. He got hurt on that play.
Yeah,
man,
that's what he got hurt on.
Yeah. He was on TV all week.
He got abused.
Man,
the whole game. The whole game. I like 33 chased my hair play.
Boy,
yeah, that was bad.
They picked on him, brother.
Yeah, even if he was hurt, he should have got up, because it looked real bad already.
It did, bro. I think he got concussed on that next snap back.
Man, look, but you seen the sense of urgency in the Bills. You didn't see the sense of urgency in the Cowboys. Like we feel like we already made. Like I said too before, I felt like we played like somebody told us we in the playoffs already.
Oh yeah, they knew. Yeah, they knew when they heard that the Eagles lost. They were like, oh, they straight up in there.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like we was dealing with that. So I was like, this don't look good. You know, like they just like we can lose this one. It's cold out here. True. Like they trying to get to the crib.
That what it looked like.
Exactly what it looked like.
I'm gonna stick my neck out and say this here. I got complete confidence in DQ, and he's always stepped up to the plate before when we got smacked, slabbergasted, and everything else like this here. I really feel that he's going to find an answer to deal with that run by this Sunday. I just have that much confidence in his ability, and his knowledge, and his talent.
I mean,
I don't know what that's gonna be now.
He can't play. He can't play on the field. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it's the personnel. You know, when it comes down to it,
it come down to effort, man.
Yeah. Because we really didn't see him make no bad calls. You know what I'm saying? They just ran down the gut. We just didn't have enough beef in the middle to, you know what I'm saying, to stop the force.
I think he's gonna slide some help over or do something differently, maybe from the front side to help them out in the back.
If he ain't got no Hankins replacement.
But I mean, but say, you know, we're saying all this about the linebackers, right? And we're putting all this on them. But I mean,
they're the root of it. D-tackle.
Go ahead. What you say?
Is it safe to say? Is it safe to say Mozzie Smith wasn't a good draft pick that early?
Yeah, I mean, not that early, but
because I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say he's not gonna pan out, but I don't feel like you draft somebody like that first round. I feel like he was a development pick, and we should have waited. And I feel like he still would have been there if we'd waited. So I just feel like we kind of jumped the gun on that one.
Yeah, I feel if he was like somebody like an Aaron Donald or something like that, then you know, sure thing. But he ain't that.
No, I mean, he flashes at times, but that's about it. Just flashes at times, and I do think that we probably drafted him a little bit too high based on what he's giving us right now. He's not what we need right now for where this team is currently. We need
an immediate impact guy.
Yeah, we need somebody that's going to go up there and start slapping heads immediately. And, you don't slap enough heads right about now. So I do feel at some point in time he'll pan out based on the talent around him. But hell, we got to do this now. We had time to wait for kids to grow up.
Yeah,
we need grown folks on the field right now.
Shoot, at this point, we should have kept Tristan Hill.
True, he was coming along. He was coming along.
He was coming along.
Why ain't playing Bohanna? Quentin Bohanna.
I don't know why we playing Bohanna.
He just faded away. He was coming on last year. We was on the field. He was making plays.
I forgot he was on the team.
Me too.
Neville Gallimore, quiet.
He been playing though. Gallimore's been playing. He just ain't been doing nothing.
The last 2 years, Neville ain't been doing nothing.
He been doing nothing.
But have they been getting the opportunity? Are we playing these other guys?
Neville Gallimore's been out there for sure.
Hankins and Osa are the only ones who really got them been consistent on that D line. Hankins really been probably MVP. Now he's been out the fold. You see the difference,
right?
Yeah. But it's a combination too of coaching and personnel and knowing when to put who in what situation. I still feel like Dan Quinn's trying to figure that out too. So,
but how do y'all feel about the fact that they only attempted to throw the ball 15 times, and he only completed 7 to beat us?
That's just effort. That's effort. They ain't got nothing to do with coach. That's effort. That's somebody they gonna. That's just knowing somebody gonna do something, and you can't stop it. And that was a sad feeling. That's sad.
Hopeless.
Yeah, like
I just don't. We're not, based on what I see from the losses that we have so far this year, especially those that we got pimp slapped in. I just don't. We don't have the toughness that I like my team to have in situations like that.
But we shown it though. Look at what we did to the Eagles though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
we pay possum. I don't know what we do. Go ahead.
But even in that,
go ahead.
But even in that, Brandon, it's like we beat them, but we didn't beat their best effort. I felt if they'd had a little bit more something. I just don't think that we beat their best effort. We beat a team that we should have beat based on how we won that game. But I just don't think we beat their best effort. I do think that they're capable of playing better than that, and we've seen them play better than that.
So let me ask you this.
Played better than that.
Do you feel that being that we may have exerted so much effort in the week before in the NFC showdown for first place in the division, do you feel like that may have carried over and affected the game against the Bills on the road with the travel as well and the weather, all those factors?
Well, okay, a couple of factors here that you just mentioned. One, let's talk about the weather. The weather, given Buffalo weather, was mild. All right. Yeah, we had some rain, had some wind, but given Buffalo, we normally that time of year be playing in 10 feet of
you'll
snow.
take that. You'll take that
So
for sure.
we put that out. The carryover from the other games, you know, these are professionals. I mean, you're paid to do a job, and you paid to show up every week. Like your job. Your boss pay you to do a job. He expect you to clock in, expect you to clock out, and he expect the work to be done at the end of the day. We just not clocking in and clocking out with a good day's work.
Yeah,
Right.
So, that's how I see it.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta have that championship mentality. You gotta understand that consistency, man. Week in, week out, you gotta be the same every step of the way, man. That's the only way you're gonna make it
every week. You know, and depending on who you're facing, you got to be ready for whoever. I don't care if it's the New York Giants or whether it's the San Francisco 49ers. You got to play with the same intensity every week because you don't know what them folks on the other side of the ball coming with. So
Right.
you got to take care of your house and take care of your business. If you ain't doing that, that's on us.
Right.
It's a culture and a standard thing right there. You got to establish that culture like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So you know, I
So,
don't give us no excuses.
I just feel like too, man, the people we're glorifying like on a weekly basis had to show up in these big games. Like, we can't expect them to just show up in a game like the 49ers or, you know what I'm saying, something like that. To go back to that Eagles game, let me go back to that. That's why I want to make a point.
Yeah.
The Eagles game, they really got pass happy and wanted Jalen Hurts to run the ball. I think that's what kind of got us in a good light, because I'm like, well, if Jalen Hurts run the ball, not the running back, then they in trouble.
Yeah.
So
but I think that kind of exposed and showed that Jalen Hurts wasn't at his full strength either. And I
Correct.
think
which what I alluded to earlier. Yep.
So really, it's just coaching on their behalf.
Yeah, we didn't play them at their best. You know,
correct.
You know, let's not get that confused. It was
that's
good
what I'm trying to get at.
We did a good job.
He definitely hobbled. Definitely hobbled. Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, that was my point I was trying to make, because they outcoached themselves. I don't know what they was doing, but
I don't know. I think it was a perfect storm, man. I just feel like everybody dropped the ball. You know what I'm saying? Like it was
not to take away from what we did, because at the end of the day, offensively, we did what we were supposed to do. Like, we was moving the ball, we were scoring, like we did what we were supposed to do offensively.
Yeah.
But for them, they just, I don't know what they was doing. So
hey,
I'll take it.
I hope they
do that in the playoffs too.
I'm sure it is. You know what I'm saying? Because they ain't gonna get no healthier. You know what I'm saying?
No, they're not. Yeah. I just feel like they got a lot of coaching issues going on around.
Oh yeah, you can't losing 2 coordinators in one offseason, bro.
That's terrible.
That's hard, bro.
Yeah,
that's gonna take them a couple years to get back right.
Right.
But you know, getting back to that game, there was a couple, 2 or 3 things that happened during the course of that game that if they had went our way, it would have been a different ball game, and we probably could have won the game. Yeah. You know, just a couple little instances in there where
like that damn Sam Williams missed block, bro. I don't know how he missed. He had a perfect jump. He could have tackled him with the ball in his hand.
they were still only up by 2 touchdowns at that point, correct?
Thanks. That could have changed everything.
That was crazy. That the fumble that everybody missed, you know,
who punched that out? That was Donovan Wilson.
That was Donovan Wilson punched that out.
Yeah,
and we didn't get it. You know, that was it. And then, and then the
awareness,
and then the couple bad calls. The officials, their timing sucked badly, because every time they made one of those calls when we would get ready to stop them, it would have been a done deal. So that's not not taking away from you know, our lack of effort, which it was, but those are like 2 or 3 different instances that would have changed the shape of that ball game and that game. So that said, I'm really still optimistic about the game coming because of those couple instances right there. I mean, we were just right there. It's just some bad misfortune. That's not to make excuse for letting Cook run all over run all up and down our face. You know, there's no excuse for that, no excuse in that. But still in a game like that with those couple instances. That's all. One bounce here or there in football to turn the game around. And I just felt those 3 instances right there would have made a major difference. So that said, I'm still optimistic about us going into this upcoming week.
So do y'all feel this performance was a one-off, or this us a true us going forward, or what? How do y'all feel going forward?
I damn sure hope it was a one-off.
Me too. We'll bounce back. I'm not gonna say that we're gonna win the game, but we'll bounce back effort-wise. I feel like the film is gonna tell a lot, and hopefully the coaches point out a lot of the flaws and the effort level that it takes to get to where we need to go. But yeah, the effort should be there next game. It's just I'm worried about Mr. Tyreek Hill. So we'll see how that go.
But then at this stage of the game, Devin, it's like if you need your coaches, the players should be pointing themselves out at this point. They should be holding themselves to a certain level.
Your leaders in the locker room should be holding everybody accountable.
People that need to be
speaking up.
And that's saying that you're doing your damn job yourself. But you can't put out somebody else's flaws if you got major flaws yourself. But at this stage of the game, and where we are in this season, it's time for the players to be calling themselves out and to step up and have a different level of standards and performance.
But it's only one issue with that. We ain't got nobody in the locker room to do that.
We thought Michael was that guy. You don't think Michael talking like that?
No, because I would call him out. I would fight him if he try to point me out. If he tried to point me out, bro, we got to fight because how you gonna tell me to do something you ain't gonna do it?
How about D. Lawrence?
He could, but I don't feel like I feel like he's
outspoken. He's very outspoken. He leads the charge every week.
He's outspoken. He's outspoken, but I feel like with him, it's more of him trying to prove himself each and every year because he's getting older. So when you get older, you don't really got time to do all that. Like you still got to prove yourself. And then when your defense around you not showing up, and you got to prove yourself. Like, hey, but I'm still doing something because I'm not trying to get kicked out next year.
But as an aging veteran, that's part of your value. That's what I'm saying. Like when your skills and ability wanes, your experience and leadership, has to make up for that. So if he's doing that part, that brings much value, to that defense.
Right, but also too, what you gotta look at too is we don't as Cowboys, we don't really have that nature in us. Like we don't. Those folks that speaks up or is too loud get pushed out the door.
That culture died with Jimmy Johnson, bro.
Facts. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like those players get pushed out the locker room. So will we ever get to that point again? So I'm saying because you got to kind of walk on eggshells before you say something to the next person as a Cowboy. Like we don't never have that person who can call out the next person without getting kicked out the locker room.
It's real. But that's
what I was getting ready to say. The two people on that team that would be most appropriate for that role are two of the quietest ones on the team, and that's Martin and Smith, because they are the veterans. They're the ones that proven they're the all pros. They are all everything in terms of that team.
Especially Tyron. Tyron should easily be filling that role.
And as large and big as he is, who's gonna argue back with that man?
Exactly.
It's just not in their DNA. Back in the day, during the glory days, we had everybody pretty much checking itself, but there was one voice, one player voice, and allowing the rest of them. And if you listen to him, he cussed your ass out. And that was Troy Aikman. He demanded the best. He didn't want anything. He wanted no excuses. He wanted nothing. He cussed you out during the game, because that man was doing his job. His performance was showing it, and he had a right to be able to do that because he was the leader of that team. Those guys are quote unquote leaders of the team, but they don't really lead.
Right. Well, I hope somebody steps up and take that role, man, because that's gonna be essential, you know what I'm saying, for us to win a Super Bowl. So
we need a fight.
We
need somebody to fight this week.
We hired the most nicest.
We do a thorough ass background check. Fine.
We hired the nicest but good players at their position. I swear.
See, what you shoplifted in 7th grade? Oh yeah,
no, you can't come here. You're right. I don't know, man.
Dirty, brother.
Yeah, man. It is what it was, bro. We'll put it behind us, man. And
anyhow, it's time for us to put that one behind us, guys.
Yeah, hope Zach Martin is straight and Damone Clark. Hope he, take his time coming back. But yeah, that's a wrap for that, man. So we'll just let that be. You know what I'm saying?
All right, I'm with that.
Yeah, sweep that on the rug.
But until next time, man. These Dennis boys about to sign out. I'm gonna holler at you. It's your boy B.
Debo.
EJ.
Yep. Until next time.
Glad to be back in the fold after a brief stay in the hospital. Can't keep a good down.
Glad to have you back, brother. Thank you, sir. Thank you for being here.
Yes, indeed.